Hi, this is Catherine Harris.
Hey, this is Thomas Harris. Along with Chris Barnes and Richard LeCount, this is our BYOD project for Edit 2000 for our spring semester 2017.
The first step of our BYOD project was to interview a teacher that is currently teaching in the classroom and using technology. So we decided to interview Miss Harris, who's a middle school teacher at North Cobb Christian School. Some highlight questions from our interview included, um, do you see technology as distracting to students? And her response was, I see technology as a distraction to students when it involves all the different forms of social media. It consumes them. Another highlight question that we asked her was, does using technology motivate your students to learn? And her response was, most of the time, using technology does motivate the students. The use of technology encourages students to take ownership of their own work. It implements necessary challenges on different learning levels and allows them to work independently. Another and final highlight question was, are there any other comments on integrating technology in the classroom? And she responded with, technology has benefited the learning process in the classroom when specific guidelines are established. However, when these boundaries are not reinforced, technology usage can easily be abused by the student. This can definitely cause unnecessary distractions. After our interview, we went and did an interview analysis just to take out the highlighted parts, and see how we could use this to help come up with a strategy for our BYOD project. And one thing that she said and talked about was just how it's a distraction, and what we want to do is create certain boundaries in the classroom with the technology so it can be used for an educational purpose instead of for a distraction. And overall, um, the conclusion of this analysis is that with proper technological boundaries in the classroom, students can be challenged and feel confident in using technology in the classroom.
After this interview analysis, we started the second task of our BYOD project, and it involved the plan of action. And our plan of action was used as a letter to address the issues to North Carolina Christian Middle School. And some of the highlights in this plan of action, we're talking about how BYOD can be helpful in a lot of ways and useful for students growing up in this technological age. The main problem that Ms. Harris identified was lack of boundaries, and so we decided to tell them how we were going to make a strategy that involved stricter boundaries, but also gave the students and teachers a little more freedom using technology so they can use it to grow and learn more than just without technology. And we also talked about how the benefits of BYD is that it has the five characteristics of meaningful learning, and those characteristics are active, constructive, intentional, authentic, and cooperative. And through the use of BYD, it addresses all these characteristics, and it will benefit the student body. And lastly, part of our plan of action, we talked about how they can use other funding because Ms. Harris had mentioned earlier in the questions that they had Chromebooks for the students, but we talked about if they need to have any more additional Chromebooks or any other form of technology. That there's a site, it's getedfunding.com, and they can apply for grants and stuff like that. And we mentioned that too. And we told the school to contact us if they need any help.
The goals of the project was a way to integrate BYOD and keep boundaries guarding social media to make BYOD accessible to the school system. Each student will have equal access to technology offered, whether that is BYOD or provided by the school. Teachers will have a system that monitors their students' access and the use of their technology. And finally, the main point of closely monitoring the students' behavior on the technology is to show how it can be used in education effectively. Our performance objective is to create a website accessible to teachers and students to eliminate use of distracting websites and programs. The main objective is to prohibit little or no ability to access social media. The website will have a teacher view and a student view to help the teacher cater each site to the individual student and subject. Students are allowed to BYOD but will be required to have this website program on their device. Technology that can be used with our program is iPads and iPhones, Chromebooks, and computers.
Along with this, with the goals and the objective, additional with the learning activity that makes up the task three of our BYD project. And this is the last part of our BYD project, and it's learning activity. We came up with the name Kimsey, which is my middle name, but that's the title of the project. It's called Project Kimsey, and it's a way that we can integrate BYD in a safe and easy manner for students. And the whole point of this project is to allow for the teachers to be able to make a website that can be tailored to their specific subject. So if a teacher is teaching a science class, she can fill the website up with different kind of activities are geared towards science instead of just being like a whole website for the whole school as like and overall. But this is just for specific teachers, and students can access a website for each class. And we will also use Google Docs along with the uh, Wix site or WordPress, whatever the teacher decides to use. Because if they post on this website, the students can only be on this website and you can get strict access only to the Google Docs. And it makes it where the students can't go on social media and can't be distracted. And the teachers can see if the students are participating because Google Docs lets you know who's typing and who's saying what. And throughout the class, you can just ask a question on the website and the student can respond. And it'll say the cursor color is student Johnny Appleseed, and he'll be typing, and she'll know that that person is doing it. And so we use the two methods, which is the WordPress, Wix, or any other website design, and Google Docs to formulate our learning activity. And we hope that North Carolina Christian will consider it because it'll be really helpful for the students to integrate BYD in their school. And that is it for now. And we do thank you for listening to the presentation. And we've had fun doing this. And Richard and Chris also played a major role in this slideshow and other activities.
Thanks again for listening, and we really enjoyed this semester and getting to work all together all semester.
See you later.